Central action. I'm your host at Mitch on Risk, here for Professional Risk Takers as we finish off the first half of the first ever season of Professional Risk Taker League Central. The Pirates, the Dread Pirates, have a significant lead on the rest of the league. We'll walk you through all of those standings here as we go, but for now we're in Command Base C1X, 70% for today's match in a progressive card bonus game. We'll get you each of who's playing where and the turn order here shortly. You can see the spawn and how it popped up here. This is a giant map in the game of Risk, 100 territories. And so we will see how these guys decide to play it out. First off, we have Lil Banana Juice playing for Phantom Force here in blue. Second in turn order will be Speedsep for the Pirates. We'll see how people play the Pirates this game. They have just a gigantic lead on everybody else in the league heading into this game. So we'll see if people start taking out corners and things like that, or how they play it. Of course, the focus still has to be on getting points for your own team. And is it just a bunch of teams playing for second at this point? Who knows? We'll see over the next... Still 7 weeks left to go in the season. Today, after these 2 games, will be the official halfway point of the season for all of these teams. And the goal being to win the league, be the league champions. The top 3 will all earn a spot in the Spring Champions League coming up in the spring, with the 3 highest finishers in the West. All right, third in turn order, we have Riedel here playing for the Dragons in purple. And fourth, we have Blazin playing as orange for Team Ponyhof. All right, so we see an early bonus that was taken there by Phantom Force. We do expect bonuses to be taken here, even though it's a progressive game, because that's just the way this map plays out. With it being such a big map, there's opportunities there. So that's the +5 Sector D taken in seat 1 there by Phantom Force and Lil Banana Juice. Nothing yet for the Dread Pirates, although it looks like they're taking the +5 of Sector C as their plan. And then Riedel for the Dragons. No real bonus. Oh no, he's working on the +10 of Sector A, maybe up there at the top. That could be interesting if we see Riedel take the +10 there. Seeing some real tight zoom in action here from Speeds. Okay, we do see the +7 Sector F taken there by Line of Kitty, 6th in turn order, turn 1. That is a huge bonus to get turn 1, the +7 there for Team Xcell. Go through each of these teams so that you know the teams. We'll start with Phantom Force, actually. Phantom Force here, turn 1. Lil Banana Juice playing in this one. The Ace Flying Poo, the owner. Games a lot and Driz also on that Phantom Force roster. Phantom Force got the turn 1 +5. Looking where else to go. Maybe just start setting up externals is what we see here. Okay, here go the Pirates. Again, the Pirates just crushing everybody in the league so far this season through the first 5 weeks. Dog Sergeant, the owner, Plasma Field, Speedset playing in this one for the Pirates, and then Carter 8786 rounding out that roster. And the Pirates do take the +5 of Sector C here. And here go the Dragons. Dragons owned by Pentix, Silent Legend, Saber 555, and Riedel playing for the Dragons here in this 70% match. And Riedel trying to take a +10, but he's got 2 more territories to take to get it. No, he's got 4 more territories. He needs the white 2, the orange 2, and then that red 1 and orange 1 to get the +10 fully. So he's got a little more work to do there to finish out the +10. And here goes Team Ponyhof. Ponyhof owned by Hot Buns with Pete Blazins playing in this one for Ponyhof and Speedster on that roster. Looks like Ponyhof wants the +5 over on the left of Hangar A. No, they also move into the +4. Okay. So they got the +5 of Hangar A, but they're also kind of claiming Hangar B's +4 next to it. So we're going to see just huge bonus takes here in a Prague World Dom game. It's starting to look like that. The +8 of Command here for Ragnarok. So Phantom Force on +5. Pirates on +5. Dragons working on a +10, but they've got nothing. Ponyhof on a +5, working on a +4. Ragnarok on a +8. And Team Xcell on a +7 from turn 1. Let's see what line I can do here. I missed getting Ragnarok's roster up here. Ragnarok owned by Mongoose, General Elatar, Brutal Pipe, and Eric's playing in this one for Team Ragnarok. And then here goes the host this week, Team Xcell. XC-Do 96 your owner, Zeriki, Lina Kitty, and Leona on that roster. Lina Kitty here playing for Team Xcell today. It's a 70% Prague game. Blizzards off, Fog off, Unstable Portals, Auto Placement, Progressive Cards, Expert AI, Turn Timer 60 seconds, Alliances are off, and Balance Blitz Dice. Just a reminder, the way the scoring works in the PRT League, you win, you get 10 points. A bounty with an immediate trade or victory gets you 3 points. And a failed 70 run loses you a point. A failed 70 run being if you get to 50% of the board, but fail to get to the entire 70%. That's a failed 70 run, you lose your team a point. Oh, okay, so we have a +8 of Sector B taken by Phantom Force. So they now at +13 in that first seat in turn order. The Pirates would like a +7 to go with their +5. So we're just going super greed. Everybody take as many bonuses as you want, which are going to make kills extremely unprofitable long term. Although it is Prague World Dom. So we'll see if everyone can stay alive through this and how balanced it stays. So you do get those bounty points, which help make kills a little bit more profitable. Remember the format for PRT League, you got 6 teams playing 12 weeks. We're in week 6 here. The most points wins the league. The top 3 teams go to that Spring Champions League. And coming into the week, as I've said, the Dread Pirates just crushing everybody at 92 points. You can see kind of close between everybody else there. Ragnarok at 17, Dragons and Xcell tied for last at 15. But it's pretty tight between everybody else. Anybody having a good week this week could put them up into second place quite easily. So the West settings last week, Roberto Lowe's, welcome in, were this map on 70%. They had some differences though. They had a fixed game, and they had Blizzards on, so it definitely changed the board quite a bit. Okay, so +9 now for Ponyhof in bonuses. +10 for the Dragons. They finish off their +10. The board just completely carved up here. The +10 in the bottom right and the +7 bottom middle are the only 2 areas still available to take. Those likely become the trading zones. I would think the Pirates maybe make a play for that bottom middle +7. We'll see if they do that this turn. Not the Pirates, sorry, Team Xcell. Don't forget, right after this, we will have Game 2. Game 2 settings will be Overworld, World Dom, Progressive, 90-second turn timer, Balance Blitz Dice. So that'll be coming up right after this one. We'll go into Game 2. Some of these teams will keep the same players. Some will switch to other teammates for Game 2. Okay, so we do see there's only one bonus left now on this map. Welcome to this world of Risk. So that's a +5 retake in there by Phantom Force to go with their +8. Oh, they break. Okay, so we do see the break in retaliation. And we see the "This is fine" emote from the Dragons. So Ragnarok, Eric broke Little Banana Juice and Phantom Force last turn, so they break back. And Ragnarok in the worst position by far on the board. They have the +8 right in the middle. They do have that 8 on the right side, which maybe gives them a little help with that exterior position. We'll see how long that lasts, though. All right, so we're in turn 4. Everything has been taken except for this +10 on the right side, and technically there's a break currently happened in the middle. Here goes Riedel for the Dragons. Third in turn order. He's got the +10. He's going to want some kind of stronger position there on the right side in that trading zone. Right now with those portals in the trading zone, it's a great opportunity for these teams to make sure they have a position to work in if the whole board's going to be carved up in bonuses like this. But it's going to get messy fast because those are some big bonuses for people to be taking. And it's going to get tough to move around in this one trading zone. Unless the unstable portals just work out perfectly for him. All right, Blaze in for Ponyhof. They have the 4, but they would not break to hit that 1 next to him, so they don't have to hit the 2. Yeah, or he can create that other side position. He goes through each portal. Does he block them both? Be interesting if he blocks them both. Yeah, Blazing kind of pushing for some chaos. Okay, we see the retake and the fist bumps there between Phantom Force and Ragnarok. Again, Ragnarok down to 26 troops, while right behind him, Lion Kitty's got 62 troops. So a realistic kill any time. And we're already seeing a good game pop out here from Eric and Ragnarok. Lina's got plenty of spots to take a card. Yeah, and just does that. Okay, so everyone's sitting on 4 cards. Does Ragnarok feel like they need to trade early, potentially? Little Banana Juice gets his card for Phantom Force tucked in there. There's enough trading positions in this +10 on the right side that everyone's making it work so far. And you're going to have 2 new portal positions out there next turn. Interesting added positions there for speeds up. So just kind of a true trading zone being created there between Phantom Force and the Pirates. Both sitting on 59 troops. Here goes Riedel for the Dragons. So also kind of a trading position there between the Dragons and Team Xcell. No, the Dragons don't move out of it. They're going to make Xcell work from the other side. Interesting. And here goes Blazin and Ponyhof, and they don't have an easy card to take. Oh, yeah, they do. They have the 1s there next to their 6. Nobody willing to take that Eric bounty for 26 troops here. Could happen next turn. They're sitting on 5 cards. It's progressive, so it's just the 4 trade. We haven't even had the first trades yet. So they do go to 5 cards. Team Ragnarok goes to 5 cards here. They're at 37 troops. And again, it's just the 4 trade. You do get the 3 bounty points, but it's 37 troops for the 4 trade here if you go for the bounty. That'll be interesting to see how that plays into kind of the long-term pace of this game. See the 1 get hit here. And do they stick in the portal? Does Lina want to stay in that portal there with the 9s? No, they move back out. They're going to let people use it. All right, here goes the 4 trade here for a little Banana Juice. You got to hit a 17, but you can go through a portal if you want to take out Ragnarok. Eric going with the strategy of creating the big slapper on the edge, which just makes their kill very annoying if you want to go for it. 6 trade here goes to the Pirates. Again, the Pirates more than triple anybody else's score this point in the year through 5 weeks. Can they possibly... Now, most of their points have come from the World Dom games, not the 70% games. But could they possibly continue to add to that crazy lead they have on everybody else here in this one? Speeds Up really likes to look at the name of the territories. He's really goes like real in depth. Wants to know exactly what that territory is called. All 100 of them. He's got them memorized. All right, here goes Riedel for the Dragons. He gets the 8 trade. He's up to 74 troops. He's probably just taking a card out in this 10. It looks like Speeds Up's trying to count something out or plan something out. That's interesting. So we're just going to hit the 1 here. Maybe consolidate into the portal for Riedel. Yep, that's exactly what happens. Here goes Blazin for Ponyhof. They'll get the 10 trade. This is the last like realistic kill attempt before the first trades, which would be wild to see a kill attempt before the first trades, but it's possible. And it won't happen because they didn't stack in the portal where they would have needed to. Weird spot that Blazin's stacking that 21 in an interior position. Yeah, and he leaves it there. Okay. Here goes Ragnarok and Eric. 12 troops. So they go to 61 after their trade. They're getting +8, so let's go through what everyone's getting now that's super stable. Starting with Phantom Force, first in turn order. They're getting +13 each turn with a +8 up at the top and a +5 here. And then in second position, we've got the Pirates. This is a +7 and a +5 here for the Pirates and speeds up. Second or third in turn order, we have the Dragons just getting this +10 up top here. They do have two nice external positions now that Riedl's builds. Ponyhof has Blazin playing for him in this one. They've got the +5 and the +4 of Hangar A and Hangar B. And then we have Eric for Ragnarok just with the +8 in the middle of command. And Lina Kitty here at the bottom getting the big +14. Xcell's been getting a +7 since their very first turn. So it goes 13, 12, 10, 9, 8. So these three are 10, 9, 8. And then Xcell 14. 13, 12, 10, 9, 8, 14 is your bonus generation number. Just a trading going on there from Speeds Up and a little banana juice. That this is fine emote pops out again for Riedl because he's got to get a card and has no easy card. What does Riedl do without a card here? Okay, he hits a 2. So it wasn't terrible. He just had to hit a 2. And he takes a little banana out of that corner. Again, for Ponyhof here, Blazin continues to add in this interior position here. I'm curious what the logic is. Building up this interior position. Ragnarok continues to live at 71 troops. They go to 4 cards. Nobody trading here. No one feeling it necessary to trade. Does the card trading get more difficult at some point? We see Lina add into that portal that's going to open next turn. But no one really adding next to that 37 to where you could go get Ragnarok. Yeah, progressive today last week was fixed. And these guys just went super aggro, greedy on bonuses. Literally carved up the entire map in like 2 turns. There's a pretty big disparity in terms of troop generation, with Ragnarok just getting the +8 and a +14 right after him in turn order there for Team Xcell. Ragnarok has to hit a 3 there of Team Xcell because they just kind of left a 3 there for them to hit. They're just going with that one big exterior stack. Someone could potentially kind of card block that big soft card block in that 46 stack. The problem is Ragnarok also has that command central bonus, which basically gives them access to everybody, basically except Ponyhof, from that central position. Roberto says Linus should go after white to progress the game. I think we'd all love to see that. Now, is it the right move, though? Hard to say. More likely it's going to have to be some sort of team kill. Okay, we did see a break there. Dragons broke Lina there for a turn. Remember, it is a 70% game. So you don't necessarily need a kill at all. But 70% of this map, and you're getting up to 142 troops really fast. So it's not a world dom game where you have to have someone that can do that. And taking the bounty into a 70 run could make sense, but Ragnarok only has 10% of the board. So you don't really want to hit a 46 to get 10% of the board. The unstable portals definitely make it a little more challenging in terms of pathing and trying to guess where that pathing is going to be and blocking pathing. But that's the nice part of these 70% games. They can't really stalemate in that same way. We don't necessarily need kills that are worth it. Nice part of this map is it's exactly 100 territories. So each territory gets you 1% of the map. So 70 territories without blizzards here is your 70% number you got to get to. Team Xcell's got 20% of the board in their 2 bonuses. So they just need 50 more from there. You can start to see kind of where the blocks have developed in terms of the major stacks. But it's a relatively open map, so you can only block so much. Remember, a failed run will lose your team a point. If you get to 50%, but you're unable to get the full 70%, that is considered a failed run and a loss of a point. Blazen's got 2 portals that are going to pop up behind him here next turn. Portal positioning is going to be critical when someone actually does go for that 70% run. And knowing which guards you can get behind, and like in this scenario, it'd be impossible for Blazin to block everything. So he goes for portal blocks instead of blocking the direct paths into his bonus. Another 3 there for Ragnarok to hit of Team Xcell. Team Xcell getting into a bit of a card block bonus here, or a card block situation. So, yeah, now line has got to go through a 50, a 28, or break somebody. So how does Team Xcell play this? They're getting 45 troops. They're at 200 troops. Remember, you just need 70, and you see the crying face. Did they accidentally card block Team Xcell? Probably not an accident, but they'll surely portray it as one. It was really Riedel doing the blocking for the Dragons. What do we see here? A break or a skip? Yeah, it's a break of the weakest player. And they leave the 3 because they needed to move stuff to the right spot. They keep making Ragnarok hit their 3s. All right, 169 troops for a little banana juice. Very nice. Well played, sir. Little Banana moves into kind of a stuck position up here for the Dragons and Phantom Force in this bottom right corner. These are just stacks that can't really get anywhere in terms of a 70 run. Obviously, we have unstable portals, so it is a possibility that becomes available at some point. Yeah, and we do see Ragnarok pick up on the 169 for Phantom Force there. Makes the appropriate dab gesture. Okay, here goes Speed Set for the Pirates. Pirates dominating the league so far this season. They don't have a ton of access to the board. They don't have any exterior positions, but they do have a connection here to the trading zone. And they go with a big slapper stack. So they move a bunch of their troops to the middle to a bigger slapper stack, thinking there's more territories to gain on a potential 70 run from that. Simple trade here between the Dragons and Phantom Force in the bottom right corner. And here goes Ponyhof and Mr. Blazin. He's going to roll just a 4-on-1, probably consolidate here in the trading zone. Going with a bunch of 30 stacks. And a 4 stack? Interesting placement there. Trying to hold an extra territory. I think that was just a sneaky Blazin play to hopefully hold a territory to stay at 18%, which the one troop doesn't matter at all, probably. Okay, we get the break back there from Ragnarok on Team Xcell. Team Xcell's taken some time with their deploys. Now, they're the troop leaders at 211 troops. It does make sense that they are the most likely ones to go for a run. You need 70 territories here. They're at 211 troops. You're going to have to go through some big stacks at some point when you get to this level where people are getting this many troops. Okay, so they go 98 stack and set it right across from this 59. It looks like their best pathing is cleaning up a little bit of this and then coming around and coming out here. Blazin's just got a couple of tough bonuses to really guard from people. "17 troops go here to the Pirates. Your league leaders 5 weeks through the season." Yeah, they continue just adding in those positions on their edges. Interesting they've got that 29 in that spot just kind of blocked in. We're up to the 50 trade coming up next. Everybody on 4 cards again. No one worried about getting taken out, which makes sense. If you're going to make your run, you're going to make it through maybe some 10s and 20 stacks, but you're not going to do anything crazy like hit an 80 or something like that to try to take someone out of the game. We're getting a well played. Pirates telling the Dragons well played. Because they moved out of their 52's way. Yeah, the Dragons liking that 52 now has access to the left. And Ponyhof. Okay, the Pirates saying go for it to Blazin and saying good game. Maybe just trying to make Blazin think about whether he has a run or not. Blazin's 35 is just trapped on the right side, though. He can't quite get it out of there to get it to somewhere useful. He's also got a 22 trapped. Ponyhof's got a lot of troops trapped here on the right side of the board. The Ragnarok trades on 4, gets to 191 troops. Do they leave the portal open? Don't think the Pirates like that because their 29's now completely blocked. Nobody else trades here besides Ragnarok. Everybody else willing to hold on to 5 cards. Next trade will be 55 troops. There it is. Okay, so it is a trade there for Team Xcell. Is it a trade for a run? Probably not going through that 68. Do they move to where they don't have to go through the 68 next turn? Because they're going to want those open portals. No, they leave the 98 paired with the 68. Alright, here goes a little banana juice. 253 troops to take 70 territories. He's got 53 to take. 19%, 20%. Okay, so he just breaks a little bit. He was worried about the Pirates run. Pirates at 13%. We know Speed Step's one of the fastest in the game. But having a little trouble with the deploy here. Okay, it's at least a cut. Yeah, I think this is a run. 18%, 19%, 20%, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, over halfway done with the turn, 27, 28, 30, 31, 32, 33. I know he's fast, but he's not this fast. 35, 30. I think this is the end of the run. Staying at 36. Just not enough time to make that doable. Okay. So now down to 2 territories are the dragons. Yeah, dragons just take and move back. 269 troops here for Blazin. Did any of them get opened? Yeah, so the 35's now open. The 22's still stuck, but the 35's open. If these guys want to make a run, they got to make it fast. This is a huge board. Now, there is some logic to what the Pirates did in terms of just taking up some of the board, getting a percentage going. Okay, this is a run here. 29%, 30%, 31. Gonna need 39 more territories here. 32, 33, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Need 30 more territories. We're getting an oops, 43%. There's not much time. Bunch of oopses from the Pirates because they're mad their territory is being run through. 52 for Ponyhof, 55, 56, 57. Not going to have time. 58%, so that'll be a loss of one for Ponyhof. He might have had the troops. Yeah, I think he's got the troops with that 38. Just, you got to make that decision way faster on this big of a map. We saw that last week also when people were making runs on it. Alright, Ragnarok at... Oh, Ragnarok just hits the Pirates. Just takes the Pirates' bounty. Okay, so Ragnarok says, hey, we're not going to be able to make the run. Let's just take the 3%. But we can't get to the 3. Okay, there it goes. It goes around the other side. Perfect. Okay, so Ragnarok just says, hey, we're never going to be able to make this run. We don't have good positioning on the board. We will take the kill. And so Eric takes the kill there on Speed Sep. Three points for Ragnarok. Yeah, 60 seconds is what Team Xcell wanted. So here's Lina trying to prove that 60 seconds is enough time. This is their home settings. 25% for Team Xcell. 26%. Plenty of troops to do this. Got portal access. Only at 28% though. It's just a stressful run. It's a really big map, a lot of territories. Yeah, and this is... They're not going to go through with it. They're positioning for future turns, it looks like. 39%, 40%, 41%. Definitely don't want to hit that 50% number, though, and they're going to. Yeah. Okay, so they do get the kill. They get the kill on Eric in Ragnarok, and that should get them to the win, right? So that was a great play. Line of Kitty gets the kill there on Eric and Ragnarok, and that gives them 52% and a reset of a turn timer, which will likely be enough. $61%, 62%. And that is the win for Team Xcell and Line of Kitty. Congratulations, continuing the trend of PRT League teams